Hi guys, Nate here, back with another Riders Republic video. In the last video we discussed 5 things that we wanted to see from Riders Republic, so it only makes sense for us to discuss 5 things that we probably wouldn't like to see as well, and this is what this video is all about. Without further ado, let's jump into the video, guys. Number 1, paywalls for equipment. So I'm just going to start by saying that I understand now that it is an industry norm to offer additional content to consumers, keep your game evolving, in a bid to stay relevant, but in some instances I can see it as being a good business model. Battle passes and season passes in games is a great example of this because it keeps things fresh and it doesn't remove anyone from enjoying the core aspects of the gameplay. But the problem that I have with paywalls for equipment arises when fundamental aspects of the core gameplay is removed from a consumer in a bid for you to pay just a little bit more in order to get them. If you don't want to pay more, entire sections of the game cannot be enjoyed. It appears that that might be the case in Riders Republic. I mean, should you want to fork out £100 for the Ultimate Edition, you'll be granted access to, I think is a planned BMX DLC that's due to arrive after the release. And if you want to pay £60 for Riders Republic, you won't have access to this feature. And in my opinion, I think that's a dishonest business decision to, willfully allow consumers who pay a full RRP for a standard edition to not have access to the full range of gameplay mechanics when they load the game up. I would understand that, that extra £40 would give you cosmetic upgrades or free access to visual upgrades as they come out, but to remove a core gameplay aspect, I don't think that's the right way to go about it. Unfortunately, this was implemented in Steep with the additional Extreme Sports offered as paid DLC, and from the information that we have at the moment, it appears as if this will also be a part of Riders Republic. But, if there's a suggestion that I could give, why not allow the player to unlock new gameplay elements from Ubisoft's U credit system, or unlock using internal game progression, so that it gives people the option to do both, either pay for it if they've got the money, or to unlock it through gameplay. Number 2, lack of support. It's pretty self-explanatory when devs give up on their games. Attention is drawn elsewhere to more supported titles, bugs are then found, and then exploitation ensues. Pretty soon leaderboard times are just a jumbled mess of meaningless digits, and before you know it, you're playing its biggest competitor. So all of these things that I've just stated must not happen in Riders Republic. And in light of Ubisoft's impended switch to F2P titles, free-to-play titles, the few AAA titles that they plan to bring out, they have to be in tip-top shape. It's a really nonsensical decision for Riders Republic to not have continued support, especially with the hype and attention around this game already. Release is going to be critical as to how the development teams will respond to it. So from what the game looks like, this could be a very big deal. They need to put a decent action plan in place, and I think Riders Republic can come out on the other end as an award-winning underdog if they make the right decisions with regard to support. 3, loot boxes. So the reason I haven't tied loot boxes into paywalls is for the simple fact that loot boxes have never really prevented anyone from enjoying a game. In almost all cases, loot boxes offer cosmetic upgrades that are completely optional, and I don't have a problem with that at all. The problem I have in the loot boxes in a game like Riders Republic is that it detracts from the real player progression, and also it just adds a random modifier to whatever you receive. That could be disingenuous. Steep incentivized cosmetic upgrades by progression through the game. The best thing was that you knew where you needed to go in order to unlock the item that you wanted. For me, this is a better application of achieving loot. But current models from different games suggest that loot boxes are a preferred option amongst the majority at the moment. Could be me, I feel as though that I could be wrong with this argument, but I don't know. What do you guys think? 4, reduced game mechanics. Probably the most important aspect for me in Riders Republic will be its ability to retain the core gameplay mechanics that we see in the snowboarding and skiing styles in Steep. The trick set combined with the button mapping felt very natural and intuitive. Everything seemed to make sense, and it was also challenging in a way that some of the more creative tricks were slightly harder to achieve. This allowed for a more horizontal learning curve for people with small to medium experience, and made the field equal and balanced for most of the player base. But if you really wanted to excel in Steep, the learning curve was ironically steep at the end, perfect for players that are looking to stand out from the crowd and master their craft. I believe if they can retain this for Riders Republic, they could be onto a winner. Make the game too easy, the sweats won't return. Make the game too hard, you lose the majority. What we don't want to see is any gameplay aspects that feel lesser to the mechanics already present in Steep. That would not be good for anyone looking to transfer their skills and form from Steep to Riders Republic. And if it does happen, then hopefully learning a brand new mechanic such as the new mountain bike features will make up for it. Number 5, map size. Steep boasted 3 massive open worlds that had their own personality. Ubisoft boasted over 5.6 billion unique jumps within their 3 open worlds. How they calculated that is anyone's guess, but the crazy thing is, I actually believe it. The maps were truly epic and in some respects true to life. I embraced the exploration and was glad that maps of real scale were finally made for a video game like this. I watched a video of a guy walking from one end of the Alps map to the other, and it took them almost 9 hours to do. And depending on who you ask, this is either a really cool thing or a bad thing, and I can understand both arguments. You don't want a map to be too big that it's completely barren, and not too small that it feels too restricted. Riders Republic will fit perfectly into a blend of both. A world slightly smaller than the one seen in the 3 Steep maps, but densely populated with points of interest. Snow parks, ski resorts, groom pistes, community hubs, customization outlets, detailed and highly rendered locations. The idea is to make it look as busy as possible. Make it look as busy and as inclusive as a map as Los Santos in GTA, but still keep the enormity and size of a map like ones found in the Just Cause series. I guess I might be asking for too much. But that's our 5 things that we wouldn't like to see in Riders Republic. Do you agree with this list? Is there anything that you would change? You can always let us know in the comment section. And if you want to see more videos like this, always subscribe, click the bell so that you get notifications from My Mod Gaming. And we're always going to be putting up content like this going into the future. So hope you enjoyed the video and we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.